Authorities have arrested a Fort Riley man for the 2021 murder of his wife. The Geary County Sheriff's Office says they and the Army Criminal Investigations Division arrested Cameron Lawson for fatally shooting Enfinnity Hayes Lawson.
This is Love Hurts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for future content. 22-year-old Enfinnity Hayes was fun, loving, full of joy, and full of life. She had a great heart and a funny and witty spirit about her. She loved people and she loved life. Enfinnity was athletic, and all throughout high school, basketball was her world, her outlet, her passion. After high school, dancing was her thing. She loved it. She would post videos on social media of her dancing and being silly. She was just such a fun person to be around. Everyone loved Enfinnity. While in high school, Enfinnity met and fell in love with her high school sweetheart, Cameron Lawson. And by all accounts, the two made the perfect pair. Although many don't stay with their high school sweethearts, everyone just knew that Enfinnity and Cameron would go the distance. So it was no surprise when the two wed in 2020 in Pensacola, Florida, their hometown. Both families were ecstatic and proud of the couple. In today's day and age, it's rare to see a young couple so dedicated and focused, and not just to each other, but to their future. Cameron had a plan. He joined the Army shortly before he and Enfinnity wed because he wanted to be able to support Enfinnity and whatever family they would build together. Eventually, Cameron got stationed at Fort Riley Army Base in Kansas, and the couple moved there and began to build their life together. By all accounts, everyone thought things were great between them. They welcomed their first child, a beautiful baby girl, in September of 2021. Family says Enfinnity was so excited to be a mother. From the very moment she laid eyes on her daughter, she was completely in love. Unfortunately, she only got to enjoy her baby for 3 short weeks before tragedy struck. On the night of October 3rd of 2021, Cameron suggested that he, Enfinnity, and their 3-week-old baby take a walk in Milford State Park, an area close to their home. According to Cameron's account, while the couple and their baby were sitting in a shelter at the park, a gunman approached them and demanded money. He then shot Enfinnity and ran away. Cameron claimed he rushed Enfinnity to the hospital, but unfortunately, she succumbed to her injuries. Police had no information to go on other than a bleak description of the shooter that Cameron provided. So despite their best efforts and a $25,000 reward being offered by the U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Division, the case went cold. Finally, after 8 long months of waiting and wondering, in a complete shock to everyone, on June 18th of 2022, police made an arrest in the case, and the arrestee was none other than Cameron Lawson. Within 2 months of his arrest, police also arrested an acquaintance of his, 20-year-old Jonathan Franklin. Both men were charged with first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. After a long and thorough investigation, detectives determined that Cameron and Jonathan worked together to set up Enfinnity's murder. They staged the entire robbery, and the motive was money. Prosecutors say Cameron was looking to cash in on Enfinnity's life insurance policy.
The suspect has been arrested for the 2021 murder of Enfinnity. According to the Geary County Sheriff's Office, 20-year-old Jonathan Kendrick Franklin of Fort Riley was arrested Sunday. He faces charges of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Franklin is being held in the Geary County Detention Center on a $1 million bond. 23-year-old Cameron Lawson was arrested in July for the shooting death of his wife at Milford State Park. Lawson had claimed that he and Enfinnity were both mugged at gunpoint.
Cameron Lawson was found guilty of first-degree premeditated murder on October 11th of 2024, and he is currently awaiting his sentence. Jonathan accepted a plea deal and is currently serving time in a Kansas prison.
And a native Pensacola soldier is being convicted for the murder of his wife. The killing happened in October of 2021. The couple gave birth to a daughter just 3 weeks prior. Now, 3 years later, the victim's family say they haven't had any access to the child since the murder took place.
Never in my deepest thoughts would I have thought he would have killed her.
It's a murder that resulted in more than one loss. 26-year-old Cameron Lawson killed his wife in October of 2021. The Pensacola native was found guilty on Monday in Geary County, Kansas. Here is where he and an accomplice killed 22-year-old Enfinnity Hayes.
He took her back to Kansas, and 3 days later, she was murdered.
LaTanya Baldwin is the grandmother of Enfinnity Hayes. She just returned from the 8-day trial in Kansas, where she learned more about her granddaughter's death.
You collaborated with the person that shot and killed Enfinnity, that he was an active participant in her murder.
Police say the murder was staged as a robbery. The couple was at the park with their newborn when Jonathan Franklin approached them. He demanded money at gunpoint, shot Hayes, then ran away.
Originally, his report stated that it was a robbery. He didn't know who did it, that they just walked up to the car and said, you know, give me your money, give me your money. He heard 2 shots and Enfinnity fell to the ground.
Franklin was arrested in August of 2022 as the shooter. But now Baldwin is facing more than just the loss of her granddaughter. Hayes gave birth to her and Lawson's child just 3 weeks before she was murdered. It's now been 3 years. Baldwin says her great-granddaughter has been with Lawson's family since the murder took place.
It says do not call or text her or through no means next at all to get in contact with that baby.
Baldwin says that state laws have stopped her from gaining custody of her great-grandchild. Now she has one goal in mind.
But now, since he's been convicted, our next step is to get custody of our grandchild.
My heart truly goes out to Enfinity's family, friends, and loved ones, especially her baby girl, who will never get the opportunity to truly know who her mother was. If you are in a domestic abuse relationship, create an out plan and get out now. And once you are out, do not turn back. Turning back can cost you your life. As always, loves, stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell for future content.